Hi, this is Allison Sheridan, and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. Retrobatch is an image processing app for the Mac from Flying Meat Software, the fine folks who bring us the much-loved image editing app, Acorn. Retrobatch really reaches two audiences. If you're the kind of person who wants to apply consistent modifications to a large set of photos, such as adding a watermark, Retrobatch can make this really easy for you. But you might be like me and have much more modest needs for image manipulation. You may find that Retrobatch is for you too. Retrobatch is not a subscription. It's currently priced at $20 for the regular version and $40 for the Pro version. If you start with the regular version and later on feel the need for the Pro features, you can buy the upgrade for $20. Flying Meat also offer a 14-day free trial of Retrobatch. I'll be sure to point out if I'm using a Pro feature of Retrobatch so you can help make that decision for yourself. When you open Retrobatch, you're greeted with the Welcome to Retrobatch window. From here, you can see that you have options to start a new blank workflow, you can send an email to support, you can visit the forums, or you can review the frankly amazing documentation. You could also choose one of the templates on the right, which might give you some inspiration about what you can do with Retrobatch. You can disable this window on startup with the checkbox at the bottom, but don't forget you can always bring this menu back up by going to Window in the menu bar and choosing Welcome to Retrobatch. You can also open an existing workflow, but let's start with a new blank workflow. Before I explain too much about the elements of the interface, we're going to build a simple workflow. The canvas is the center, and you can see it's inviting us to drag and drop folders or files of images to get started. On the desktop, I've created two folders. I have the Cats Read folder. Let me open that up. You can see it has 8 images of cats, and the images are different aspect ratios to make the exercise a bit more interesting. I've also got the Cats Write folder, and for now you can see that it's empty. I'm going to drag the Cats Read folder onto the canvas. We see a little green plus sign showing that it will add if I let go. This action creates what's called a read node. You can see the name of the folder and how many image files it found inside. When I select the read folder, in the upper right you can see the contextual inspector palette now gives us some information. We can see the name of the read folder, and we could change the read folder from here with the drop-down or the change folder button. We see a checkbox inviting us to include images in subfolders, but we don't have any of those in this example. We could also change the sort order if we wanted to. In the lower right, we have an image preview window. It's showing me the first image, and below that is a strip with thumbnails of all of the images in the read node folder. I can select each one by one to preview them, or I can use the arrow keys to flip more quickly between them. We have a slider that allows us to zoom in and out on the images, or we can use the icons at either end and change in discrete intervals how much we're zoomed in or zoomed out. Next, we have an icon to flip between two options for the background color on the preview window. Finally, there's a little eye icon that, when selected, will reveal all of what's called the EXIF data for the selected image. For our first example, I'd like to show how we can add a border to all of these images. In the left column, we have the node list organized by categories. Each category has a disclosure button, so I'll open up the color effect and select Add Border. When I select any node in the list, you'll see in the bottom left that it will tell you the operation that specific node would perform. We can see that it will add a solid color border to our images. I'll drag the Add Border node onto the canvas to the right of the Read node. When I let go, you can see that a node link has been created between the two nodes, and there are arrows on the link showing the direction of data flow. You'll notice that the contextual inspector palette has changed to show us the options for the Add Border node. This is a fairly simple node with only a few options. We can choose a color and change the width of the border. I'll tap the black and change it to a nice garish magenta.
That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. all of our members get access to brand new up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive full of Mac and iOS related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.